What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jubilation back once again. Today I'm playing some Killing Floor 2, and I got some quick tips on how to beat the final boss. But before I get into that, I gotta get something off my chest. You know, everybody was hyping up this fight between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. I put my money on Pacquiao, I lost some money, and I'm pissed. But what really pisses me off is two things. One, why are we watching Floyd Mayweather fights? We know he's a coward. We know he runs around in the ring. He grabs the second you start punching him hard. He's a coward. He's not the greatest of all time. He's the worst boxer of all time in terms of exciting fights. He sucks. All he does is use his speed to dodge, give quick hits. I think that the boxing is, he's a cancer to boxing. Because there's so many great fighters out there that nobody knows about because of this loser. Could we please boycott Mayweather? Could we please no longer talk about his fights? I don't care anymore. I don't care if he goes undefeated. Just let him stay in the corner by himself. Stop feeding into his hype. Okay? We're making him rich. I should have known better, but because Pacquiao is such a popular guy, I wanted to see a fight, Fortunately, I went to a friend's house and watched it. I did not pay $100. If I did, I'd be so salty right now because that was a horrible fight. Probably the worst fight of the night. All Mayweather did was run around the ring like a little girl playing Ring Around the Rosie. And he just basically grabbed Pacquiao every time he was about to knock him out. That's not boxing. I think they need to change the rules. People aren't going to pay $100 to watch a fight just to see some guy grab. That fight had more grabbing than the MMA. I'm shocked. I think they need to change the rules. If you grab 3 times in a fight, that should be a point. They call it the Manny rule. Because boxing is about entertainment. If you can't entertain, then the sport dies because nobody's going to watch. So boxing has to do something about Mayweather, man. He won all those championships grabbing and running like a little girl. That says more about boxing than it does about his skills. They need to change the rules. Just like they did with Shaq. When he kept coming in and dunking on everybody, they came up with that stupid 3-second rule. Oh my God, I hate that rule. It's the worst rule in basketball, but they had to do it because of Shaq. So they're gonna have to do something because they're not. Boxing is declining, and there's so many exciting fighters, so many exciting fights. I've seen some great fights like people haven't seen, people haven't even talked about, and everybody knows about Mayweather, who's the worst fighter in history, the most boring fighter in history. You gotta change it. All right. Also, I gotta give my props to the MVP of the league. Everybody was saying it was gonna be not Dwight Howard. The player from Houston was gonna win it, but at the last minute, Stephen Curry was able to edge out James Harden and win the MVP. I think it's a well-deserved MVP. A lot of people think that Harden should have won it because he had more points or whatnot. But honestly, I think that Stephen Curry was the best player on the best team in the league, and the reason why his team is the best is because of him. If they don't have Curry, maybe they lose 12 games, and they're not in the lead of the division. I mean, he makes him so much better, and it's because of that I think that they had to give it to Stephen Curry. He's also the underdog. He's the most popular guy in the league right now, more popular than almost LeBron James. He's a small guy. He's very thin, and people think that when he came into the league, he wasn't going to be any good. He needed to gain some weight, but in fact, he's showing that he doesn't need to gain weight, and that he can play the game as good as anyone else. In fact, better than anyone else. And Harden, he's more of a driver, but Stephen Curry, he's more of a shooter, and I think that he's a more exciting player. So the league gave it to him because that's what's good for business, I guess. Yeah, and he deserved it. And basically, we're fighting the last boss right now, and as you can see, this is the strategy to beating him. Now, obviously, I'm not a good player. I'm still trying to learn how to use the mouse and keyboard. and this guy grabs me right here. And you see the guy, he grabbed me, but they threw a healing grenade so that it didn't take too much damage. And basically what you want to do is you want to fight him as a group. And if you fight him as a group, whenever he hurts one of you, you just run away and heal up. And then he's going to lock on to someone else. That way he's never going to drain your health to 0. But if you fight him individually, he's going to beat you all real quick, one by one. So the way to beat him is to fight him as a team, and he'll never lock on you long enough to kill you. And as you can see right now, obviously my aiming is just terrible throughout this whole video because I'm still trying to learn mouse and keyboard. And but you see right here, he hits me with his poison, so I run away and I go to heal. And basically fight him in as a group. Use your grenades; those take a lot of damage. Try to use the AA-12 shotgun or the weapon I'm using right now. Those are 2 best weapons in the game, and we finally kill him. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Those are the tips. Rate, comment, subscribe, and peace out, YouTube.
Labeled insane, we play in the rain. We wait and we pray for lightning to strike us. We're blinded, at least we're reminded. It's fucking cold, I don't wanna go outside. Shit, doesn't matter cause I'm cold inside. Well, whoa, 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 I said let's go, whoa, whoa. I said let's go, whoa, whoa. Hold on tight, we're alright. It's just thunder tonight. Whoa, oh, oh.